Hi everyone. It's after a small break. We are continuing our lesson. How about the TP? Okay. I think most of the students are written TP, but some students didn't send me the TP. Okay. Anyway, before going to the next chapter, now we are moving to the next chapter, chapter number 3, reproduction in animals. So before going to the chapter, we have discussed about in previous 2 chapters about adaptation and food for plants. So there is a worksheet for you in page number 174. In page number 174 we have a worksheet based on the previous 2 chapters. Okay, you have to do that in your textbook. Okay, in page number 174, worksheet number 1, it is based on the first 2 lessons. Okay, now we are moving to the next chapter, reproduction in animals. Okay, so students, you are familiar with some living things, isn't it? So can you see this picture? Look at the picture. Okay, you can see some living things here, isn't it? Cow, chicken, goose, duck, dog, cat, deer, sheep and horse, isn't it? Okay, so and you can see the cow and their younger ones and their young ones with them, isn't it? The young ones of cow is calf and the chicken is chick and the dog is puppy. So every animals have the ability to produce their young ones, isn't it? Every animals have the ability to produce their younger ones. So today we are discussing about this. Okay, what is this ability? That is, every living beings produce their own kind. Every living beings produce their own kind. That process is called reproduction. So what is called reproduction? Reproduction is the process by which every living being is produce their own kind. That process is called what? Reproduction. Is reproduction is same for all living beings or for all animals? No. Reproduction is different, isn't it? Yes, reproduction is different. Some animals reproduce by laying eggs, isn't it? Some animals reproduce how they lay eggs, and some animals what they do, they give birth to their young ones, isn't it? Yes, some animals give birth and some animals what they do, lay eggs. So today we are going to discuss about the animals which are lay eggs. Okay, so what are the animals mainly lay eggs? They are like birds, insects, frogs, etc. Isn't it? Like the lizards, crocodile, and some more animals are reproduce their own kind by laying eggs. So today we are going to discuss about first birds. So you have a picture in your textbook. Look at it. This is the part of egg. Can you see the part of eggs? Okay, egg. Okay, all birds lay eggs. Egg has mainly 3 parts. Egg has mainly 3 parts. They are eggshell, albumin, and third one is yolk. Egg has mainly 3 parts. First one is eggshell, second one albumin, and third one is yolk. So these are the main 3 parts of the egg. What eggshell do? That is the protective layer. That is the protective layer of egg. Eggshell is the protective layer of the egg. And what is the albumin? Which seal inside. Yes, which seal inside, and it is a jelly-like liquid. It is a jelly-like substance. So albumin is the jelly-like substance which seal inside the egg. And also there is a part called yolk. Y-O-L-K, yolk. You can see that this is yolk. Okay. What yolk do? Yes, embryo. That is the living thing inside the egg. That is the living thing. That is the growing baby inside the yolk. Growing baby inside the yolk. This yolk provide food to the embryo of growing baby. This yolk provide food to the. This yolk provide food to the growing baby or embryo. Okay. And what happens? What happens to the embryo? When get food from the yolk. When get food from the yolk, it will going to develop. And develop, it become what? Chick. It becomes chick. Okay. And the chick develop into the adult animal. Adult animal means hen. Okay. So these are the three main developments: embryo, chick, and it becomes adult. So this process is called the developing of an animal from embryo to the adult. Embryo to the adult is known as life cycle. Okay. So in the case of birds, the development is from embryo to the adult. They lay eggs. Okay. That process is called life cycle. Okay. So what is hatch? How this life cycle happens? How the reproduction is happens? Okay. How the new young ones is formed? So eggs needs warmth to grow, to develop. Eggs needs warmth. What they need? Eggs needs warmth. For this, the parent animal sit on the egg. What they do? The parent animal sit on the egg. From sitting, the egg get warm from the animal. Okay, warm from the animal, and by getting this warm, the chick is developed inside the egg. The chick is developed inside the egg, and it come out by breaking the eggshell. So that breaking process is called hatching. That is, chick come out by breaking eggshell. Chick come out by breaking eggshell. This process is called hatching. So in birds, the reproduction is through by laying eggs. In the case of birds, eggs is the main, and it has mainly three parts. They are eggshell, albumin, and yolk. And also there is a growing baby, that is called embryo. So embryo get food from where? From the yolk. Embryo get food from the yolk, and by getting this food, it becomes developed. Okay, it develops to chick and then to the adult. That process is called life cycle. Okay, that process is called life cycle. For this development, that egg need what? Warmth. So the parent animal sit on the egg, and it gives warmth. Then the chick is developed, and the chick comes out by breaking the eggshell. This process is called hatching. So this is happen in the case of birds. Okay, now we are moving to the next. What happens in insects? Insects are also laying eggs. So insects such as cockroach, butterflies, grasshopper, they are also what they are also doing. They are also lay eggs, like cockroach, butterflies, grasshopper, etc. Okay, insects like a cockroach, butterflies, grasshopper also, what they do? They lay eggs. So in the case of cockroach, the reproduction is mainly three stages. In cockroach, egg, lymph, and the final stage is adult cockroach. So this is the main three stages in the case of cockroach. What are they? Egg, lymph, and adult. Okay. So in the case of cockroach, what they do? Egg is the first stage, lymph is the second stage, and what is the adult is the third stage. So okay. So first stage, we already said that the young one come out from the egg. That process is called hatching, isn't it? So in this case, the lymph is hatched out from the egg. Okay, that is called lymph. The younger one come out from the egg, from hatching. That is called lymph. So this lymph is go through several development stages. Okay. On this whole development, they shed their skin. What the lymph do? Lymph shed their skin, and it becomes what? Adult. This shedding process, which means it remove their skin. This removing process is called molting. Okay, what to do? The lymph is the living being which egg is from the egg with hatching. After hatching, the lymph is formed. The lymph is then developed in several stages. This is then developed in several stages. In that developmental stages, it shed their skin. But that is, it removed their skin. That process is called what? Molting. After several molting, so after so many molting, it becomes the adult cockroach. So in the case of cockroach, that is the mainly three stages. First one is egg, second one is lymph, and the third one is what? Adult. Okay, the lymph is the living thing. Hatched from the egg. And this lymph is go through the developmental stages. There are so many developmental stages. On this development stages, they shed their skin. That is, it remove their skin. Okay, it remove their skin. That process is called what? Molting. 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 And after several molting, it becomes the adult cockroach. Okay. So the next is butterflies. In the case of butterflies, stages are 4. Okay, these are the 4 stages in the case of butterflies: egg, caterpillar, cocoon, and adult. Okay, this is again called as larva. This is also called pupa. Okay, so in the case of butterflies, the developmental stage is mainly egg, caterpillar, and cocoon, and the adult butterfly. So as we discussed previous about the cockroach, what happens? Caterpillar or larva is the first living hatch out from the what? Egg. Okay, the living being comes out from the egg is called larva. It is entirely different to the adult butterfly. Okay, it is like a what? Puruvine pole you caterpillar. Okay, so before hatching, what happens? The caterpillar is formed. Okay, it is entirely different according to what? Adult butterfly. Okay, so what this caterpillar do? This caterpillar eat. What they do? Eat the leaves and the parts of the plants. Okay, so after sometimes it covers. What happens to the caterpillar? It covers this body. Okay, that cover is called cocoon. Okay, COCOON. That cover is called cocoon. Okay, then in the cocoon, the butterfly is going to develop. In the cocoon, the butterfly is going to develop, and after that it breaks the cocoon and the adult butterfly comes out. This is the 4 stages of formation of what? Butterfly. Reproduction in butterfly. They are egg, caterpillar, cocoon and adult. Okay, so larva is also called caterpillar. So these two are same, and cocoon is the covering. Cocoon is the covering of what? Caterpillar. Okay, after eating after food eating, then it becomes what? Cocoon. There is a cover formed. Okay, so these are the 4 main stages of formation of what? Butterflies. First one is egg, and second one is caterpillar or larva. Third and third one is cocoon or pupa, and the fourth one is adult. Okay, adult butterfly is formed. So this is the first reproduction of animals, that they are laying eggs. Okay, first one is what? Birds, isn't it? Birds, they have eggs, and the eggs have mainly 3 parts. Eggshell, and albumin, and also what? Yolk. Okay, and embryo is there. Embryo get food from the yolk. This embryo develop to the chick, and then chick to the adult. That process is called the life cycle. And then the chick is come out from the egg by breaking the eggshell. That process is called the hatching. And in the case of adult, in the case of insects, we discussed about cockroach and butterflies. What happens? In the case of cockroach, there are mainly 3 developmental stages. First one is egg, and second one is lymph, and the third one is adult. Okay, the living thing which comes out from the egg, that is called lymph. The living thing which comes out from the egg is called lymph. Okay, then this lymph is go through the many developmental stages. In many developmental stages, it shed their skin. That process is called what? Molting. Okay, that process is called molting. After several molting, it becomes the adult butterfly. It becomes the adult cockroach. Okay, then next to the butterfly, it has 4 development stages. How many development stages? It has 4 developmental stages. First one is egg, second one is larva or caterpillar, and third one is cocoon, and it becomes what? Adult butterfly. So from the egg, the living thing is what? Comes out by the process hatching, and that living thing is called larva. It is entirely different to the adult butterfly. Okay, and this caterpillar, what they do? It just eat. After sometimes it just covered with a part. That part is called cocoon. It is just covered. That part is called cocoon. okay, and then it becomes to the what, adult butterfly. So this is the 4 developmental stages in butterfly. Okay students, okay, this is all about today. So you have to read the textbook minimum 5 times. Okay, thank you.